Hello, welcome to A2WGames, the talk show. I'm your host, Aaron Ufrio, and this is Hamish down middle.
Hello.
Hamish, how you doing?
Not bad, you?
How was this week?
Good. All right.
Yeah,
Can't complain.
work?
It's all right.
Was it all right?
Yeah.
Nah.
Getting there.
Yeah, too much work, not enough gaming.
No,
yeah.
not at all.
I think it's always the case, at least for me.
No.
You know, gagging to get home to play games, and then you got, the kids and the meals and this and that, and by the time you're going to play your games, you look at library.
You can't decide what to play.
You look at your library, and you say, I have nothing to play.
No.
And
With
you have
all the games you got.
Yeah, easily over 300 titles, and it makes it worse.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just keep flipping through them and you can't decide.
It always happens every bloody day. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit about A2W Games as usual. A2W Games, a new social hub for all gamers. We are a community run by gamers that host gaming tournaments via our website, A2WGames.com. We analyze the game data throughout the tournaments with the aim of providing you with all those important statistics to help improve your experience. So don't wait, register today at A2WGames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for news on what's going on and info on our up and coming tournaments. Another new thing that we've just added is now we have a Patreon page. So anybody who wants to pledge anything, it could be anything from 50 pence or
whatever you
to
like.
£5
Yeah.
or whatever. If you want to post, if you want to pledge a little bit or a lot, it helps us along. And
anything helps, yeah.
Exactly, and it helps us to. It helps keep us going, providing you with this quality content. Topic 1: Why are digital games so expensive?
Great
Yeah,
topic.
that is one of those topics that I keep on about. But researching for this topic, I've actually learned a lot more.
More than what we thought. Yeah.
Topic 2: Trophies and achievements.
Always on our mind.
We love this section. We love anything to do with trophies and achievements. And topic 3: Personal gaming zones, where we game.
Yeah.
You've already heard a little bit about what we have in our gaming zone, so we'll be elaborating on that quite a bit today. So, okay, let's start with topic number 1. Why are digital games so expensive? And this is what I came up with after my research. Mostly, people were on about the fact that there's no packaging, there's no distribution, so developers and producers are making a lot bigger profits.
That's the strange thing where people assume.
Yeah, well, that's what I always assumed.
Yeah.
I said,
It would have made sense.
Yeah. They really need to soften the blow a bit online on digital games rather than charge us so much for something that is physically not a thing.
You assume is less. Yeah.
You expect the servers to be working. You expect your internet to be 100% to be able to play these games. So you expect the price to be lower. But there are reasons for this.
Yeah.
Reasons I didn't know until I search the internet and spend 5 minutes of my time to actually look this up.
Yeah.
So in truth, the gist of it is, it's because people are willing to pay these extortionate prices.
Which they are. Definitely.
Yes. So if basically enough people boycott a big release, then eventually prices just have to come down.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, I personally couldn't boycott.
No,
again.
no, not at all.
It's so hard for me to say, I'm not going to buy it. It's too expensive. I'm going to wait for a month.
And we'll still buy it.
Yeah, an hour
At the end
later,
of the day,
I'll be crying. I'll be shaking. My anxiety,
I mean, some of the price differences are ridiculous, to be fair. I mean, we get it physically, what, £45, £50 sometimes, and then the digital is, what, up to £90?
Yeah.
That is a big jump.
Yeah, and
depending on the edition, obviously.
I mean, you might get extras for buying it digital, because when you buy digital, you can obviously pre-order easily.
Yeah, you do get the pre-order bonuses, but sometimes they're not worth it.
They're not. Yeah, it's not great. Basically, companies will charge what they think we're prepared to pay for a product, and since obviously digital sales are kind of going up.
Yeah.
Then the companies are not really that eager to lower the prices. If we're paying for them, they're going to keep them up. So it makes sense, doesn't it?
See the consumers there.
Yeah. Products are also obviously more expensive upon release. It's the same digital as physical, we all know this.
Yeah.
But are considerably discounted soon after. So much more than the physical counterpart. So if you go to a store, the game will pretty much be statically priced, at least for the first year.
For what it is, yeah.
Yeah. The retailers can't afford to lose on it's shipment, it's duty, taxes and all that.
Yeah.
They have a lot more to pay for.
They can understand, yeah.
So they need to keep that price up because their profits are minor. So it makes sense that they wouldn't discount anytime soon. Unless, of course, that stays on the shelf for a year and a half and then they'll have to move it, yeah?
The odd title which kind of bombs sort of on release. There have been a few lately.
Yeah. Especially with Nintendo titles. They're not willing to shift.
No. Well, strangely, Nintendo is one of the few companies which doesn't go on discount. It is very rarely they do go on discount because it is a Nintendo product.
Well,
because nothing goes multi-platform for them.
the
So
thing with
that's the
Nintendo
reason.
is that they don't. It's like they're in their own little cocoon. They
That's
don't.
the thing, yeah.
They don't compete against anyone, per
else.
se.
No, if you want a Mario title, you have to buy a Nintendo
Exactly.
machine. So
Nintendo
they won't
knows-
lower the price, knowing that you will have to pay that price.
Exactly. They know that there's nothing
No,
like a Mario.
no. So if you want to play it, you have to pay the price.
Exactly.
And if it does go on discount, it literally is an odd day or
Yes.
after years.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I play Pokemon. You know, I'm an avid Pokemon player.
Yeah.
And even now, I still see Pokemon games on the shelves of the 3DS
For the same price.
for full price from years ago.
That hurts. That hurts a wallet.
But
big
if
time.
you want to play it, you will. Obviously, second hand is second hand.
I mean,
don't get me wrong,
Nintendo players,
The core
gamers are
players,
collectors. So you know, most of them would have bought release date games
but-
and stuff like that. So.
I mean, I'll go to buy the new Pokemon Sword and Shield Double Deluxe, you know,
Yeah.
everything
But
edition. But
I kind of understand that in a sense. Nintendo are in their own little niche.
Yeah.
Well, not little niche. It's huge.
their own, yeah.
but
their
they're
own
in
little
their
world,
own
yeah.
little world, and
They're never
and
going with trends.
I
or
think
anything.
everybody accepts that
Yeah.
from Nintendo. One more thing which is worth mentioning is that the fact that the prices in digital stores are higher gives a little bit more of a chance to retail shops to still be able to sell games, because we know everything locally has gone from selling solely games and DVDs and stuff like that and Blu-rays to now selling toys.
Well,
They-
we've noticed that locally
Yes.
where we live, yeah.
They're not making that much because people are buying digital.
Yeah.
So they
Or
I mean,
online stores or...
exactly. So the fact that digital is still more expensive is still making people think, well, I'd rather have the physical copy for cheaper
Yep.
and just have a walk downtown. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna, it's sometimes it's an inconvenience, but it's cheaper and you get a physical copy.
Yeah.
So it's still keeping the retailers alive.
Yeah.
If they were to drop the prices down to say same as stores, maybe about, it generally is like £10 cheaper.
Yeah, normally, yeah.
Then what would that leave for retailers? There'd be no gain. There'd be no.
GameStop, say.
Yeah,
Or, yeah.
That could be completely. And we know they're struggling already.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
can imagine.
we have 3 independent stores locally,
Yeah.
and they are, I wouldn't say struggling, but you can see the shift in their mentality of what they're starting to bring in now.
Yeah, they're bringing in toys and stuff, which is.
Which I don't mind, because obviously
Oh,
they're,
yeah,
bringing,
yeah.
they're bringing my
You're a collector.
yeah, my collection, so I'm not complaining.
Excellent. Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that now, after literally 5 minutes of research, caring enough about a topic, and something that's always been on my mind, I realise now that it makes sense for
Yeah.
the prices to remain higher in order to protect the retailers and all those jobs
Yeah.
that I mean, if everything went digital,
Yeah,
these guys wouldn't be selling games.
Yeah, they would shut down. Yeah,
You
basically.
know, the whole thing about gaming is, for me, is the fact that you can go to the store and buy the game and look at the library or what they're selling, the stock, and it's kind of it's a bit of a ritual.
But in a way, it also shows like the Xbox Live model has shifted sales of physical copies as well, because some of our shops have stopped selling Xbox games,
Yeah.
and that shows that model as well.
So, guys, we're jumping straight into topic 2: trophies and achievements.
Our
Something
favourite.
we love.
Our favourite subject, apart from the games.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, ever since I started my trophy hunting experience on my PlayStation 3 with the first ever game I bought, which was Uncharted.
Well, you got me into trophy hunting.
Well, I got the first plat. Remember?
Yeah, you got the first
And
platinum.
I'm now on 45, and you are on how many? 46, maybe?
96, I think.
96. It's pretty close to
Just a
46.
bit,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty close. So yeah, you definitely took it to heart.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it adds a whole other level to playing. If you're into
Of course,
trophies,
yeah, yeah.
your game experience
or
changes.
achievements also on Xbox and,
Exactly, or
and Steam
achievements.
and everything else. Yeah,
It just changes entirely the way you game. You're not only playing the game for what it is. You're playing the game for the quirks that developers want to put in the trophy.
yeah, it gives it another level of replayability.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't trophies that are horrible.
No.
There are trophies that are super frustrating,
Yeah.
and sometimes a major grind,
But
and
it gives you that extra bit of reward once you actually get them.
and the bragging rights.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's nice to have that platinum, to say you've got it. Not so much when it's Hannah Montana.
Once
but,
once you hear the ping,
not
in
so
the
much
corner.
when it's Hannah
No.
Montana. Hamish.
What? I haven't got that Hannah Montana.
No?
No.
Don't you have
No.
Something similar.
I don't go that low.
I'm sure I've seen something on his list.
I've got Green Lantern, which is quite low. but-
Guys, anybody who has Hamish, check out his list. I mean, don't check out mine. Mine's proper legit. It's got no easy games on there. No sound shapes and
No,
nothing. No, we never went for sound shapes.
We don't go to that level.
Didn't get those like 4 plats.
No, in 2 minutes.
That game was awesome, though.
Yeah, it was an awesome game, but you got, 3 plats with one game? You buy it once, get 3 plats.
Shh, don't say that. I got to keep my plat ratio quite high. If everybody starts getting plats, we're screwed, man.
Or the £1 for plat games.
So, trophies are amazing. I think they had a lot of depth to games, and I struggle now to think of playing anything that doesn't give me a trophy or an achievement afterwards. And I know it's sad because gaming is gaming. I switch on my Mega Drive and I think, I want to play this, but I can't play it more than 30 minutes.
Reward,
because I'm not getting rewarded for it. I mean, the entertainment value is there, the nostalgia because you're playing on a console is there. But the missing component for me is now major, and it's become a bit of a headache because anything else you play now without that kind of achievement or system.
It happens to me, also being a Nintendo fan,
Yeah.
even when I'm on the 3DS or the Switch, I still enjoy them, but there's something missing sometimes.
That component is vital.
Obviously, Nintendo's going to do their own thing, but I still feel they should somehow do it in their own way.
Nintendo do reward you like every game you play.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get like
that's the thing. Every time you buy a game, they give you points, which is cash at the end of the day.
Basically, you
that's
buy
their
more.
version.
It's currency.
Yeah, it's currency.
It's
real
nice.
world currency, or in the eShop.
If PlayStation did that, I'd probably be a millionaire.
With the amount of money we've spent on it, yeah.
But isn't Nintendo haven't they ever thought of introducing a kind of achievement trophy system?
No, they had an older system where they gave you free gifts, and I've got a whole shelf full of statues and booklets and game cases and everything they used to send me.
It's one of those things. I mean, like we said,
it was a perk system, reward system.
It's Nintendo being Nintendo, doing their own thing, not following the trends.
Again. So, which
I
don't mind, but
it's a shame because I think I would be more enticed to
say
continue with the Nintendo.
I love Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
and I've say
Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate it when he does that.
Say I would have had the plat on that at the level I'm at now if they had a version of it. So I've collected all the moons, the stars, and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, you've got close to 100 plats on the PlayStation, but if there was a similar system on the Nintendo, you'd be way higher than that.
Oh yeah.
You've been on Nintendo for how many years now?
Well, since the Game Boy. So 1990, 89.
I mean, I had the Game Boy, but I couldn't call myself. I wasn't a gamer when I had the Game Boy. I played Tetris and I enjoyed it. And I loved. I mean, I just wasn't into that at the moment as much as I am into it now. But I can remember when I was into Nintendo. If you really got into it back then I can imagine.
I've just grown up with it. So
okay, so listen, let's get into details here. What was the shortest time it took you to get a platinum? Do you remember any game that's not like literally a £5 upper game?
A AAA full-blown game.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be AAA per se, but it has to be a proper game. It can't be like a £1 game.
No.
Nothing like mayonnaise tapping all that stuff. Or massage.
I am Mayo, you mean?
Yes, that one, or Mr. Massagey, which was a
interesting game.
Do not look at my trophy list, please. It's
quite interesting.
Definitely not there.
For me, recently it would have to be Spider-Man. I think I had to do it. I think I did it in 3 days?
Damn it, boy.
What?
I was hoping you wouldn't say Spider-Man because that's also my same. That's my same one.
That was my shortest.
Yes.
My longest between starting the game and finishing the game was 2 years with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay. Wow. Horizon's such a good game.
Yeah, it's amazing. Which I kept going back to just for that reason.
I just can't go back to collecting all those audio files.
That's what got me. Butt. The thing is, it got me back into it for the DLC. And that will maybe go back into the main game.
See, I went back to it for the DLC. I played the DLC, completed it in about a day.
Yeah.
And I just did not feel the urge to go back and find all those audio files. Although the game really did drag me back in. I wanted to play more of it, but I think I was done with Horizon for that.
That was what pushed me. There was so few left. That's what pushed me.
All right, I've got another question for you, and I'll give my ones.
Okay.
But I've got another question for you. What is for you the most frustrating platinum you've ever got?
Frustrating.
Yeah, this is a bit random because this wasn't even on the agenda. So yeah, this is just me throwing it at you right now.
Frustrating would have to be
something that you really wanted, but that you really had to work hard for.
Probably.
And it was annoying.
No,
stupid trophy.
Yeah. well, probably with you when it was Portal 2, was actually the first platinum.
Yeah.
Because we had to do it online. This was pre-FaceTime
Yes.
and pre-Messenger.
God, we're
and
old.
our mics were broken.
Yes, they were.
And we had to call each other to try and figure out where the puzzles were.
Yes.
And we kept pointing to each other, and we couldn't figure them out.
We used the emotes.
Yeah.
Very well.
So, yeah, to be fair.
I mean, we became professional
Yeah.
emoters by the time we finished that game.
But
I wish I'd recorded that.
You had it by then, so I managed to get the platinum there. So that was the most.
And it was before
annoying.
streaming and before
Yeah.
YouTube, so it kind of it was impossible. But
Yeah.
if I
managed it.
recorded that, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
My quickest platinum was also, like you said, Spider-Man.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, because I originally bought it. I'm not a big superhero fan.
No.
So I bought it for my son, and
Of course you did.
well, I bought it for my son. I mean the studio, Insomniac,
It's beyond.
they're
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I'm a big Infamous fan, even though I'm not, like I said, I'm not a superhero fan. But I put it on, I let him play it, I watched him play it, and I thought, this is quite cool. So I thought, I'm going to let him play a little bit, but I'm not going to watch it, because I think I'm going to get into this.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, that evening, I put it on, and I probably played 6 hours straight. It was just so damn good. That game was
You
so
just
good.
Get immersed into it, yeah.
Wow. And I think it probably took me maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe I'd say about a week. I mean, that for me is quite a quick.
Trophies, yeah.
It was such a walk in the park, because everything
Just
in the game was
flowed,
just
yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
So
there was
nothing,
always something to do.
Yeah, there was nothing hard. Everything was just flowed. It was a very easy plat. So I recommend anybody who's really into Spider-Man, that can be their
Or
first
just
plat
Marvel
if they don't have
in
a
general,
plat.
Yeah.
And once you're in the
doable plat, yeah.
and once you're in the plat game, there's no
That's
going
it.
back.
Yeah. You get hooked quite into it.
Exactly. So my hardest trophy, and longest trophy was Uncharted, the first one, because I found crushing mode to be absolutely agonizingly brutal for me. It took me forever, because in Uncharted 1, if you can remember, the fight sequences were really long.
Yeah.
Really long. And there were a couple that I just got caught up with. This was my first ever
And this was
realm into playing a proper game for a platinum. And I hated every minute of it, but I love the game. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah. And there was also, I remember very fondly, I actually liked this trophy, the roll over and pick up the weapon on Uncharted 2, was it? Or Uncharted 3?
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah,
we
basically-
both did it, but yeah, you had to keep rolling.
You know the
around.
dive
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
that you have to do. You have to keep rolling over a dead body and pick up their weapon.
Yeah.
So you can do this on one weapon. So I did that over and over. It was such a stupid trophy, but it was actually fun. And people keep on about this trophy being so stupid.
It's just they did that with Uncharted 4. There was a glitch in one of the E3 demos for Uncharted 4,
Okay.
where the player couldn't move Drake in front of the bell tower, and he stood there for 30 seconds, and nothing happened. So everyone in the crowd was saying, what's going on, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
For the full game, they included that as a trophy.
Oh, really? I haven't
Yeah.
done that yet. That's awesome.
If you don't move him for 30 seconds,
You get the trophy.
You get the trophy.
Cool.
So they put that as an Easter egg, and
I gotta check that out. I haven't really
it was
gone
one of
through the
those
trophy list.
things that it just naturally happened.
It's funny that happened in E3.
And
So
same as in now the Gears 5, they've released the trophy list, or achievement list, sorry.
okay.
And they've referenced the ex-president of Nintendo, and he used to have a motto, and they've put that into the trophy list as well.
That's good when they do that.
Yeah, and it's my body is ready. And it's something he said in his first E3 as well. It was just one of those weird.
It just adds a little bit more.
It's just
More character to the trophies. I've got one trophy which was very frustrating for me. A little like it's a very small short game. It's
remember that one.
it's a very good. It's kind of isometric kind of playing, but it's really fun. Little game. You can essentially beat it in an hour, because that's the only trophy I'm
That's the
missing.
trophy then, right? Okay.
Yeah, because there's a trophy called the Little Speed Run. Beat the game in less than 1 hour. So I played the game, and I can assure you my gameplay was less than an hour. But I didn't take into consideration that all the cutscenes
Right.
counts.
Right.
So I was playing the cutscenes and enjoying it, and I go,
watching
hey,
it,
this is
right.
so much fun. It's great. It's great. I want to get the platinum for it. So I got every single trophy for that game except for that platinum. And it's only an hour, really. You can go back and do it, but
Yeah,
it's
just going
quite
back
a
and doing it,
grind.
yeah.
It's to do it in an hour. You've got to kind of read through a
Consider.
whole. Yeah. You got to do everything right. You can make a mistake anywhere that can set you back.
and it adds to the time. Yeah.
So wow, yeah, that was a bit of hard work for me. And now for the pied de resistance. Did I say that right? Because I'm really bad with French.
The resistance.
Resistance. Okay. All right, that's it.
Not
That's,
being racist or anything.
that's as good as I can get with French. And I've been in France so many times. Personal gaming zones. Hamish, you take the reins on this one.
Recently, we've both been doing our gaming rooms, if you want to call it, man caves. You've literally got a man cave.
Yeah, I made a cave.
Yeah, you've literally got one. I've got a little man room.
Yeah, it's taken me 30 years.
Yeah, to get there.
30 years to get my own gaming room. I've built it. I'm not a builder, but I've managed to build it and do all the electrics and everything. So
I've got my room now in our flat.
Set up,
yeah, well, my setup. I've got a PS4 Pro, HDR TV. I've got my figures all over the room.
Yes, that's what it has to be.
I've got my sign that says man cave on it.
The best thing about that is when you shut that door,
that's your little space.
As long as nobody knocks.
No, that's it.
When they knock, you just hide in the corner.
I just got my headsets on.
I do that,
so it's like, you just ignore everything that's going on around you.
You ignore life. You shut that door in the man cave. You ignore life, and then you're in your own little zone of happiness.
I've even got a little shelf that has my Star Wars DVD signed by Mark Hamill on it.
Awesome.
And it's just on its own little shelf on the ceiling, which I even can't get to.
And you sent me a picture of that shelf unit with all your Transformers on it, which looked really good because it kind of looked like you had like 4 rows, and it was 5 along. You could fit about 5 or 6. And it just looked made for it.
That's the thing. It's just weird. I didn't plan it or anything. I was just watching a program. I said, "Oh, I'm just going to see if this fits," and it just literally fit. Well, exactly.
I thought that picture was amazing. Just, it did look like it was
fit for purpose. Fit. Yeah.
Well, I had a dilemma because basically I've just built my game. We just finished it, and I bought the X Rocker 5.1. It's like a sofa rather than a gaming. It's a gaming chair, but it's a sofa one.
You've got the updated version of mine.
So basically, it's not like I call them glorified desk chairs because that's what I think the general gaming chairs are. So this is like a sofa, and I thought I opened the box and I put it on and I put the sound on, and I was immediately like really taken back and thought this is crap because it had some kind of weird echo on it. So I was playing it. I must have played for like 3 hours of playing Sniper Elite 4, and I couldn't figure out what happened until I got home. Because obviously, my game room is in my garage, so it's about literally a minute away. So I got home and I sat on the sofa and I'm like, did I forget to mute the TV?
So you had both going on at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I went back the second time, I thought the sound was glorious once I muted the TV. I was really like, this chair was expensive.
You had the reverb of the TV.
Yeah, and it was so annoying. Imagine a sniper shooting a sniper shot and getting a reverb. I thought, this sounds like crap. But no, it wasn't. It was just my brain was crap at the moment. It was mush, and I wasn't thinking. And now, all of a sudden, it sounds amazing. So I'm really happy. Yeah.
And your room's small enough to get the holes.
Yeah, I did that, and I also I've got some actual proper soundproofing foam, which is in between the plasterboard. So it does drown the sound out.
I've seen your room. You've done a heck of a lot of work in that room.
Yeah, still going. Doing my shelves. I don't have much memorabilia.
We never quite finish our rooms.
No.
We say we're finished.
There's
always stuff to
always adding to it, even if it's a pair of gaming socks.
No, I'm waiting for a new figure, which I need to find a space for and a shelf for just for that one figure next month as well. So
that's the thing about you have all the figures. I don't have any figures.
No, my collection just keeps growing.
Yeah, that's a proper gaming room. When you see gaming rooms, you see clutter. Well, you don't see clutter.
No.
It's beautiful, but it's anybody else see it, it's just a mess. But
it's an organized mess.
Yes, you know where everything is. And right now my one is. It looks pretty empty. I always thought I had so many games because in my living room I had them stacked on top of each other.
No, that's the normal stuff.
And as soon as you have proper shelving unit where you can display every single game rather than have them hidden behind each other, you realize. God, man, it doesn't look like I have that many.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I really need to buy more games.
I assume that now because we get the monthly games.
Yes.
We have them half digitally now rather than physically.
About 300 roughly digital games right now.
So I think that's what takes away from the
It does. But it goes to show. We've had a lot of free stuff on the PSN, which really helps.
Annoyingly now less with obviously PS3 and Vita haven't gone away a couple of months ago. But
exactly. Okay, guys, well, a couple of mentions here. Our app, A2WGames app, will be ready in about 2 weeks' time. So basically, everything on the website, you get it on an app. Yeah. Also, very importantly, we have a FIFA 19 tournament next Saturday, 24th of August. And if you want to apply for that, if you just go into Facebook and like our Facebook group, send a private message to A2WGames and just hand in your PSN ID. That's all they need. So once you got that in, then you'll be registered for the tournament. It's absolutely free. And the winner will win a free copy of FIFA 20 Champion Edition. Alright guys, so remember, register on our website A2WGames.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If you have any feedback, comments, or just want to get in touch with us for the show, email us on talkshow@A2WGames.com. And remember guys, we're also on Patreon now, so if you want to pledge anything, help us out, help us along with our journey, we'll be more than grateful. Thank you very much guys, until next time.
Bye.